Last one. D, we've got f of 2 minus f of 0. So one thing at a time. Let's take a look at what f of 2 is first. Then we'll figure out what, let's see, f of 0 is separately. And then we'll worry about subtracting here whatever we get at the end. The whole thing, trying to deal with that all at once, will not work. So let's deal with f of 2 first. So I'm going to do this off to the side. F of 2 means to plug in a 2 wherever there's an x. So let's go up. It was 4 times 2, because we're replacing the x with a 2, plus 3. Well, the 4 times 2 is 8, plus 3 is 11. So f of 2 here is 11. We also needed to find f of 0. So let's do that too, which would be 4 times 0 plus 3. Well, 4 times 0 is just 0, plus 3 is just 3. So f of 0 here is just the number 3. Then what were we supposed to do to these two values? We were subtracting. So 11 minus 3 is going to give us what? It's going to give us a positive 8. And that's our final answer. Last one here. We've got G of a minus 2. So no matter how complicated whatever's inside here of those parentheses, we're going to take whatever that whole thing is, parentheses and all, and plug it in wherever there's an x. So we'll still have the 8, but that x is going to get replaced by this whole ugly thing, parentheses and all, a minus 2. Then whatever came after it, the minus 5, is going to stay the same. The problem is that they asked us to, keyword, simplify it, which means do any math that we can, which means I shouldn't be leaving those parentheses there. So to get rid of the parentheses, I need to distribute the 8 that's out in front of the parentheses. Let's see what that gets me. If I distribute the 8 out in front, it'll be 8a minus 16. That won't affect the 5 at the end because it's outside of the parentheses. But hold up, we're still not done because we still end up with a set of like terms. We end up with a negative 16 and a negative 5. So I can add or subtract only that part because they are like terms. The 8a will stay the same, but the negative 16 and negative 5 becomes a total of negative 21. This is not an equation, so you can't find out what a equals. You can only combine like terms, and we are done. That is our final answer. But notice the key to this entire last one here is that you cannot forget the parentheses. And why are the parentheses so important? Is because if you didn't remember the parentheses, you would not have remembered to do this step of distributing the 8 that was out in front.